Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Confidence. Today's episode, My First Day at the University, English Phrases, Real Life, is packed with practical language tips and authentic stories to ease your transition into campus life. Joining me is Ruby, our favorite co-host.
Welcome back, everyone. I remember how nerve-wracking my first day was, and I'm excited to share both the English phrases I used and the emotions I felt. Hopefully, this will help listeners feel more prepared.
Absolutely. We'll walk through the entire first day, from finding your way around to making those all-important first friends, all while focusing on essential English expressions. Let's dive right in. Ruby, let's start at the very beginning. You step on a campus for the first time, what went through your mind, and what English phrases helped you break the ice with strangers?
Honestly, I was both excited and overwhelmed. I found that simple phrases like, "Hi, I'm Ruby, nice to meet you," or "Is this the way to the science building?" worked wonders. Even a friendly, "Are you a freshman too?" helped start conversations.
Those are great openers. Studies show that using direct greetings significantly increases the chance of positive interactions during orientation. Did you notice cultural differences in how people greeted each other?
Definitely. Some students went for handshakes, while others just smiled and nodded. Being aware and flexible with greetings, like saying, "Hey, how's it going?" instead of "good morning," helped me adapt quickly.
Sooner or later, everyone gets lost on a big campus. Let's talk about asking for directions. What phrases did you find most effective when you needed help finding your lecture hall?
I quickly learned not to be shy. Questions like, "Excuse me, could you point me towards the library?" or "Do you know where room 302 is?" were super useful. People appreciated when I said, "Sorry to bother you, but," before my question.
That's a polite approach. Interestingly, a University of Michigan survey found that 85% of students felt more confident when they rehearsed these phrases beforehand. Did you ever encounter misunderstandings?
Yes, once I mispronounced auditorium and someone misunderstood me. But saying, "I'm new here, could you repeat that?" or "Sorry, could you say that again?" helped me recover gracefully.
After finding your way, you meet new classmates. What strategies and English expressions helped you introduce yourself and start forming friendships?
I'd usually start with, "Hi, I'm Sophie, I'm from France. What's your major?" Following up with, "Have you been to this campus before?" opened up the conversation. Sharing a bit about myself made others feel comfortable sharing too.
That's a solid approach. The phrase, "What's your major?" is almost like a secret handshake among students. Did you ever try humor or storytelling to break the ice?
Yes. Once I joked, I already got lost twice today setting a new record. It made everyone laugh and showed I was approachable. Humor is a great way to build rapport, as long as it's light-hearted.
Orientation can be overwhelming, but it's also where you learn the ropes. What English phrases did you hear or use during these activities, especially when working in groups?
Phrases like, "Would you like to team up?" or "Can I join your group?" were lifesavers. During icebreakers, I'd say, "Let's go first, shall we?" or "Who wants to start?" It helped get things moving.
Teamwork is key. Research shows that students who actively participate in group tasks during orientation are 40% more likely to make lasting friends. Did you ever hesitate to speak up in English?
Absolutely. But I reminded myself that everyone was nervous. Even saying, "Sorry, English isn't my first language," helped others be more patient and supportive.
Nerves are natural, especially for non-native speakers. Can you share a moment when your anxiety spiked? And what strategies or phrases helped you cope?
During my first seminar, I blanked out when asked to introduce myself. I took a deep breath and said, "I'm a bit nervous, but I'm excited to be here." That honesty actually made others more supportive.
That's relatable. Psychologists recommend acknowledging your nerves out loud. It can humanize you and build empathy. Did you practice any phrases in advance to reduce stress?
Yes, I rehearsed lines like, "Could you please repeat that?" or "I didn't catch that. Can you say it again?" Having these ready made me feel much more secure in conversations.
Beyond academics, joining clubs is a fantastic way to meet people. How did you approach club representatives, and what English expressions made a good impression?
I'd say, "Hi, I'm interested in learning more about your club, or what kind of events do you organize? Showing curiosity and asking, how can I get involved? Always sparked detailed answers.
That's proactive. Club leaders often appreciate when newcomers ask, is there a trial session? Or, do you welcome beginners? Did you ever feel hesitant because of language barriers?
Sometimes, but I found that most clubs love diversity. I'd mention, I'm here to improve my English too, and people were very encouraging. It opened up opportunities to practice in a low-pressure setting.
Let's shift to academics. University lectures can be fast-paced. What key phrases or listening strategies helped you follow along and participate in class?
Taking notes was vital. If I missed something, I'd ask, could you clarify that point? Or, do you mind going over that again? I also learned to listen for signal words like, firstly, in conclusion, and, however, to track the lecture's flow.
Great tips. Studies show that students who use clarifying questions retain 30% more information. Did you ever have to email a professor for clarification?
Yes, I'd write, Dear Professor, I have a question regarding today's lecture. Could you please explain? Professors appreciated my initiative and willingness to learn.
Adjusting to university often means dealing with homesickness. How did you express your feelings to friends or campus counselors, and what English phrases helped you seek support?
I'd confide in friends by saying, I'm missing home a bit today, or, do you ever feel homesick? With counselors, I'd start with, I'm finding the transition harder than I expected. Opening up made a huge difference.
A recent survey found that students who discuss their feelings adjust 25% faster. Did you ever use online forums or chat groups to connect with others in the same situation?
Absolutely. I joined a group chat for international students, saying, is anyone else feeling this way? Led to honest discussions and practical advice about coping strategies.
As we wrap up reflecting on your first day, what advice and encouraging English phrases would you share with incoming students to help them thrive?
I'd say, don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's part of learning. Also, everyone feels nervous at first. The most important thing is to keep trying and to reach out when you need help.
That's inspiring. Remember, listeners, using these phrases with confidence can open doors to friendships, support, and success. Ruby, thank you so much for sharing your journey and insights today.
Thank you. I hope sharing my story and these practical expressions help others start their university adventure with courage and optimism.